Today, my topic for the presentation is Buddhist philosophy or Buddhism. Dear viewers, please watch the entire video. The video will be followed by MCQs based on the presentation. Let us first try to understand main features of Buddhism. Buddhism, founded by Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, in the 6th century BCE, is a spiritual and philosophical system that emerged as a reaction to the prevalent Vedic practices. Unlike the ritual-based practices of Hinduism at the time, Buddhism emphasized ethical conduct, meditation, and insight into the nature of existence as the path to liberation. Central to Buddhism are the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, which provide guidance for overcoming suffering, dukkha, and attaining nirvana, liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Key features of Buddhism. 1. Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths are the foundation of Buddhist teachings. Dukkha, suffering. All existence is marked by suffering or dissatisfaction. Samudaya, cause of suffering. The origin of suffering is attachment, craving, and desire. Tanha. Nirodha, cessation of suffering. Suffering can be overcome by eliminating desire. Magga, path to end suffering. The way to overcome suffering is through the Eightfold Path. 2. The Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is a systematic approach to achieve spiritual development and liberation. It includes right understanding, recognizing the Four Noble Truths, right thought, cultivating intentions of renunciation, goodwill, and compassion, right speech, avoiding lies, gossip, and harmful language, right action, practicing moral conduct by avoiding harm to others, right livelihood, choosing an ethical occupation, right effort, developing the mind through positive mental states, right mindfulness, maintaining awareness of body, mind, and emotions, right concentration, achieving mental focus and deep meditation. 3. Anatta, non-self. Buddhism teaches the doctrine of anatta, non-self, which holds that there is no permanent, unchanging self or soul. This contrasts with Hindu concepts of Atman, soul. According to Buddhism, the self is a collection of 5 aggregates or skandhas: form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. 4. Anicca, impermanence. Anicca, impermanence, is a core concept in Buddhism that stresses the transient nature of all phenomena. Everything in existence is in a constant state of flux, and nothing is permanent. This understanding helps in reducing attachment and fosters detachment from the material world. 5. Karma and rebirth. Similar to Hinduism, Buddhism believes in the law of karma, actions and their consequences, and rebirth. However, in Buddhism, rebirth occurs without a permanent soul, as the cycle is driven by desire and ignorance. Liberation from this cycle, nirvana, is achieved by extinguishing desires and attachments. 6. Nirvana, liberation. Nirvana is the ultimate goal of Buddhism, representing the liberation from the cycle of birth and death, samsara, and the cessation of all suffering. Nirvana is a state of complete peace, freedom from desire, and the dissolution of the ego. 7. Meditation practices. Meditation, bhavana, is central to Buddhist practice, aiding in mental purification and self-discipline. Two major forms are samantha, calmness or concentration, and vipassana, insight, meditation, each aimed at attaining higher mental states and enlightenment. 8. Schools of Buddhism. Buddhism is divided into 3 main schools. Theravada, School of the Elders, focuses on individual enlightenment and adheres closely to the Buddha's original teachings. Mahayana, Great Vehicle, emphasizes universal salvation and the role of bodhisattva, beings aspiring for enlightenment to help others. Vajrayana, Diamond Vehicle, incorporates tantric practices and ritual elements common in Tibetan Buddhism. Vidya and Dayanand's Darshan in Buddhism. In Buddhism, Vidya, knowledge, is closely related to understanding the true nature of reality, specifically through insight into anatta, non-self, anicca, impermanence, and dukkha, suffering. Dayanand Saraswati, although not directly aligned with Buddhism, valued rational inquiry and ethical living, which are also important in Buddhist teachings. In Dayanand Darshan, knowledge that frees individuals from ignorance, avidya, aligns with the Buddhist concept of vidya, as both aim at liberating the mind and spirit from illusion and attachment. Source of knowledge. In Buddhist education, the primary sources of knowledge are the Tripitaka, the three baskets of teachings, and other texts containing Buddha's discourses. Knowledge is seen as a path to liberation, nirvana, guiding individuals from ignorance, avidya, towards enlightenment through wisdom, prajna, and meditation, dhyana. Upnayana. In Buddhist education, while Upnayana is not an exact term, the initiation process for young monks, novices, is comparable. The novice ordination, pabbajja, marks their entry into the monastic life, symbolizing their commitment to the Buddhist path of renunciation, discipline, and learning. Upsampada, higher ordination. After a period of training and maturity, a novice may take higher ordination, known as Upsampada, to become a fully ordained monk. This ordination represents a deeper commitment to the teachings and lifestyle of Buddhism, as well as a greater responsibility to the monastic community, sangha, and adherence to the monastic code. Dear viewers, let us solve some important multiple choice questions from the presentation. Question 1. Which of the following is not one of the four noble truths in Buddhism? A. The truth of suffering, dukkha. B. The truth of liberation through rituals. C. The truth of the origin of suffering, samudaya. D. The truth of the cessation of suffering, nirodha. Answer. B. The truth of liberation through rituals. Question 2. The doctrine of anatta in Buddhism refers to A. The absence of self or soul. B. The state of ultimate bliss. C. The cause of rebirth. D. The highest state of meditation. Answer. A. The absence of self or soul. Question 3. According to Buddhism, nirvana is A. The beginning of another life. B. The eternal union with Brahman. C. The cessation of suffering and end of rebirth. D. The accumulation of good karma. Answer. C. The cessation of suffering and end of rebirth. Question 4. Which school of Buddhism is also known as the diamond vehicle? A. Mahayana. B. Theravada. C. Vajrayana. D. Zen. Answer. C. Vajrayana. Question 5. The Eightfold Path in Buddhism is aimed at achieving A. Wealth and prosperity. B. Physical fitness. C. Liberation from suffering. D. Worldly success. Answer. C. Liberation from suffering. Question 6. The concept of anicca in Buddhism is best defined as A. Eternal bliss. B. Non-existence. C. Impermanence of all things. D. Permanent reality. Answer. C. Impermanence of all things. Question 7. Which of the following meditative practices is aimed at developing insight in Buddhism? A. Metta bhavana. B. Vipassana. C. Samantha. D. Mudita. Answer. B. Vipassana. Question 8. In Buddhism, the cause of suffering is explained as A. Desire and attachment. B. Immoral actions. C. Lack of wealth. D. Incomplete rituals. Answer. A. Desire and attachment. Question 9. The primary text of the Theravada school of Buddhism is known as A. The Vedas. B. The Dhammapada. C. The Bhagavad Gita. D. The Lotus Sutra. Answer. B. The Dhammapada. Question 10. Which concept in Buddhism reflects the idea of universal compassion? A. Karma. B. Ahimsa. C. Metta. D. Nirvana. Answer: C. Metta. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Education and Teacher Education.